If you've been scrolling through endless lists of robot vacuums, watching video after video comparing suction power, mop wetness settings, and price tags, and you still can't decide which one actually makes sense for your home, this review is going to clear that up. I've spent the last couple of weeks living with the roborock Saros 20 Sonic Robot Vacuum and Mop, and I've also been checking the Amazon page to see what other buyers are saying. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, let's talk about why a robot like this matters in everyday life. Most of us have busy mornings, kids who scatter toys, and pets that shed constantly. The promise of a robot that vacuums and mops while you're at work is tempting, but the real question is whether it actually delivers on that promise without becoming another chore. The Saros 20 is marketed as a sonic model, which basically means it tries to boost its cleaning efficiency with higher frequency brush vibrations. For a typical apartment or a small to medium house, that sounds like a good fit, but the proof is in how it behaves on the floor day after day. When you first unbox the Saros 20, the first thing you notice is the sleek, low-profile design. It slides under most sofas and tables easily, which is a practical win if your living room has low furniture. The unit comes with the roborock threshold strip, a thin rubber barrier you can lay at the edge of a carpet or doorway. The idea is to help the robot know when it's crossing from hard floor to carpet so it can adjust suction accordingly. In my house, that strip made a noticeable difference. Without it, the robot would occasionally get stuck on a plush rug edge. With the strip, it smoothly transitions and the suction ramps up where it's needed most. The real test, though, is how the robot handles the two core duties, vacuuming and mopping. On hardwood and tile, the Saros 20 does a decent job picking up crumbs, pet hair, and the occasional dust bunny. The sonic brush spins fast enough to lift hair that would otherwise cling to the carpet fibers, and the main suction motor seems strong enough to pull debris into the dustbin without missing the bigger pieces. I did notice that on thick, looped carpet the brush sometimes churns the fibers without really pulling out the deeper dirt. If you have high-pile rugs or very dense carpet, you might need to supplement with a manual vacuum once a week. Mopping is where the sonic claim gets interesting. The robot uses a damp cloth that you attach to the bottom, and the brush's high-frequency vibrations help to agitate the water, making it more effective at loosening stuck-on stains. In a kitchen where I spill cereal and juice regularly, the Saros 20 managed to lift most of the mess without any manual scrubbing. However, for stubborn, cooked-on food or grease, the mop's water flow isn't strong enough to dissolve the residue completely. In those cases, you'll still need to run a quick hand mop or wipe down the area yourself. One of the hidden trade-offs I discovered was the battery life versus cleaning time. The Saros 20 can run roughly 150 minutes on a full charge, which sounds generous, but that figure assumes a light cleaning schedule on hard floors. When you enable both vacuum and mop modes together, the runtime drops to about 8,090 minutes. In a 2,000 square foot home, the robot will need to head back to its dock once or twice before it's finished the whole floor. That's not a deal breaker, but it does mean you have to plan your cleaning schedule, perhaps running it in 2 shorter sessions rather than one marathon run. Another practical point is the app integration. Roborock's companion app lets you draw virtual walls, set no-go zones, and schedule cleaning cycles. The UI is fairly intuitive. You can select sweep only, mop only, or both with a single tap, and you can even adjust the water flow for the mop. The only hiccup I ran into was occasional latency when sending commands over Wi-Fi. The robot sometimes took a few seconds to acknowledge a new schedule, which can be annoying if you're trying to tweak a cleaning plan on the fly. That said, once the schedule is set, it runs reliably. Now, who should buy the Saros 20? If you live in an apartment or a house with primarily hard flooring, have a modest amount of pet hair, and want a set-and-forget solution that can also handle occasional spills, this robot is a solid match. The combination of the sonic brush and the threshold strip adds a level of adaptability that many lower-priced models lack. It's also a good option if you're already in the roborock ecosystem. The app and accessories will sync seamlessly with other roborock devices you might own. Who should skip it? If you have thick, high-pile carpet throughout most of your home, you'll likely find the suction insufficient for deep cleaning. Likewise, if you're looking for a robot mop that can replace a traditional wet mop for greasy kitchen messes, you'll be disappointed. And if you expect